Welcome. How to succeed in interview. Great tips for IT jobs. You're watching this video from the I.T.Career Advisor team channel on YouTube. When you're invited for an interview, you should be prepared. You will now learn how to. Please subscribe to this channel to see more videos about the various guidance, support, and offerings for a long-term support to your IT career. Our mission is to enable IT professionals to prosper. If you have been invited for an interview, congratulations. You now have a chance to create the best impression of you with interviewers. In preparation, the foremost thing to do is to decide on what dress you will wear. Choose the outfit or the dress, accessories and shoes. You must be formal. It is recommended that you wear a suit unless you are sure that it is not required for this interview. Have the dress ironed and the shoes polished on the previous day. Once you are satisfied how you are going to make your first impression best, you can then plan for facing the interview. It is a good idea to rehearse how you will smile, to greet the interviewers, and to do a handshake. This will create enthusiasm and energy in you to succeed. You must carry all your original academic certificates, experience certificates, and every other testimonials. Keep one set of copies and your recent photographs. When you're selected, you may be required to fill in some joining documents as well. On the day of interview, you should read your job description and the job specification thoroughly, your cover letter and your CV before the interview. Remember that the interviewers will go through your CV just before the interview and will like to validate the contents. It will not be like an examination because you can get typical technical questions and the good answers for most questions online. You can be prepared to answer most questions. It is better to rehearse your answers. Be on time. This has happened to a candidate we have known. The candidate for a sales manager job was scheduled to appear for an interview with the managing director. Since he was not able to reach on time, he called the HR person and told that he is delayed. HR manager went to the MD and told about the delayed interview. The MD told that a manager, that too in sales, should be on time. He cannot do so with a prospect. MD categorically rejected the request for rescheduling the interview and took a rigid stand that he will not hire the candidate in any role in the company. The moral of the story is that you should be on time. If you cannot make it for any reason, you should intimate well in advance. So be on time. Sometimes there may be multiple levels of interviews. Usually it will not be more than 3. If you have not been told, you must ask the HR person even before the first interview. You can then be prepared for further interviews. Interview questions may be either closed or open. Questions like how did you come? Where do you stay? Which college did you graduate from? Did you have breakfast? Are simple and easy to answer. But these are questions that have obvious and simple answers, and sometimes it is just yes or no. Such questions are not advantageous for you because there is no scope for you to explain your potential to perform. When you are asked open questions or the behavioral type questions, please understand that it is an opportunity to tell some story. It could be real or be your own imagination. You must make best use of such opportunities to elaborate on your past successes and explain that you will perform in any such situations. You must answer in structured manner using the STAR technique. For example, explain the most difficult sales you ever made. A situation, The prospect was looking for a software that can be readily modified to suit the requirement in 2 months. Task: I had to convince that it is doable, but my software was new and I had just a few customers. So I suggested that the prospect may speak to or visit one of my existing customers. As this prospect agreed, I convinced an existing customer who was willing to explain the status to the prospect. Action: in my next visit, I asked the prospect to speak to my existing customer. When he called, the customer told the prospect that we are sure to make changes as required and it was in progress as per schedule. The customer also told the prospect that he did not see any risk. Result: the prospect was satisfied and placed the order. Reflection: my company's management was delighted and I was awarded a bonus. By preparing to answer a question, making use of the STAR technique, you stand to impress the interviewer of your capability. You can take charge of the given opportunity and win. Sometimes you may even request to explain a relevant context while answering a closed-ended question. If you answer the question well using the STAR technique, there is a good chance that you will be selected. How to answer common questions. You should prepare well and have answers to obvious and common questions. You must make best use of every opportunity to impress the interviewers. The foremost strategy is to be positive in every answer. We wish to suggest how to answer tricky or difficult questions. For example, what is your greatest weakness? Now choose the one that is easy for you to manage, like not being able to come to work on time. You can explain reasons like waking up late, not using the right transport, etc., and explain how you intend overcoming your shortfalls in the future. Thereby, you should take advantage of every opportunity to impress the interviewer that you are open to change for the better. Before you leave, you should seek permission to ask some questions. You will impress even better. Ask doubts if you have any about the company or the job, but do not ask, "Am I selected?" You may ask questions like, "When will I know the outcome of this interview?" Or, "Can you suggest how I can improve myself for the better?" You will be reinforcing that you're interested in the job. Now that you know how to prepare and manage an interview, you're likely to get the job if you do well. Whatever you are, you can seek support of IT Career Advisor. What next? If you liked this video, please share your views in your comment. If you understood STAR technique to answer behavioral questions in the interview, you may like to share for others' benefit. Please subscribe to this channel to get notified about the new videos in the making to support your career in IT. Our mission is to enable IT professionals to prosper. Best wishes and thank you for viewing.